Alright guys, we are jumping into game number 1, the bettings are already on, and yeah, we have Saymyname playing with Franks, TheViper's gonna be playing Vikings, we have blue and yellow over here, so I think the colors are probably fun as they are. In any case, for the civilizations, actually let me update the scoreboard real quick to maybe remove Viper's team tag over there, there we go. For Viper Civilization then, he's gonna be getting once again 20% extra HP on infantry units starting from the fuel age already. For Vikings, as opposed to 10, 15, 20, which used to be the case before. He's gonna have also with Vikings, he's up against Franks. He's gonna have also with Vikings, free wheelbarrow and free handcar, and that's going to be the most important bonuses for him on this map anyway. The rest of the bonuses are gonna be for water. Meanwhile, Saymyname on the other hand, he's playing Franks and he's got 20% extra HP on actually stable units, sorry, in the fuel age onwards. Let's see if the Viper's going to go for it. Yeah, he's been a nice guy over here. So he went... Is he, though? He's not? Okay, he's going to take the goat back. Yeah, it's tournament. Viper's gotta go for the kill. But yeah, besides the extra HP for Franks, we're gonna be getting also 15% cheaper. Sorry, 25% cheaper castles, 15% faster working foragers. And then for the team bonus on top of that, we also get 2 extra line of sight on 9-line units. Which is pretty good. He also gets free farm upgrades as well, which is fantastic. And it's going to allow him to save a bunch of resources. Might be just a pause, but Mem isn't in game yet. Yeah, there was delay for sure, because the game was posted while we were watching the interview. Good job from the Viper, by the way. The game was posted while we were watching the interview. And it took some time for the interview to finish, and then the stream delay, or actually the spectator delay, was just running out, but they're not restarting. That was probably just a bug. It happens sometimes that starting the latest patch, if you get a link, right? If you get a spectate link, and the players are still in the lobby, when the game eventually begins, sometimes it just bugs out. You have end of game data. So maybe that was it. Yeah, he's pushing back the zeros. This really reminds me of... I think it was Casva, right? Casva in game number 2 in the previous series. That was pretty good from him, and now the Viper's gonna be doing the same. This is a different way of laming. Because he's not got this... He does not have the scout back home, he cannot really go for the zeros. Underneath the TCs, he's gonna have to send villagers out if he wants to go collect these. But yeah, that's pretty interesting actually from the Viper. Just trying to prevent Saymyname from getting a smooth, you know, scout play. Meanwhile, Saymyname over here. He's got the scout. Viper's got loom already. No, Viper does not have loom, so that could have been really good for Saymyname. But I don't think it was going to be able to get the villager down, though, in any case. It was probably just going to be able to chunk a little bit of HP off. Viper's full HP over here, though, compared to Saymyname. Well, not full HP, but significantly higher HP in any case. Good job from the Viper. Getting the goat back that he lamed earlier. It's going to confirm the lame. Good job. Man, I really want to take a look at the map generation, but it's just so weird how action-packed the early game has been this one. I think we should be able to go and take a look at it right now. I don't think there's a way in hell Saymyname is going to be able to do anything over here, so good job for the Viper. And yeah, let's go and take a look at the Bull players' map generation first. So what do we get over here? We're going to have the main gold forward for Saymyname. On top of that, we have the secondary goal on the back, although it's going to be more to the side and kind of far away around the wood line over there. And the other secondary goal is going to be so far away, super forward, that is not really going to be easy to collect from at all. And then both stones are forward, which is really, really bad. So, yeah. He's got a wood line on the back over here. I imagine if he goes for walls from here towards the edge of the map and then from here to here and here to here, something like this, he will be able to secure this wood line. The big problem is, yeah, that he's not going to be able to secure gold easily. He's going for the barracks forward, so it seems to me like he's probably going to be going for a wall from here to here, right? Probably something like this, and then from here towards the TC. If he was going for this, it might not be much more expensive for him to just connect the walls like this instead. But this is probably something he's going to be trying to get to later on in the game, not from the very beginning, in any case. So, yeah. Taking a look at the map generation from the Viper on the other hand. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can switch colors for sure. We're gonna have red for the Viper. That's better. He's going forward already with some militias. We're gonna keep an eye on it for sure. Let's just take a look at the map generation super quick. Viper's got the main goal forward, although he already has a barracks behind it, so it seems like he's gonna be walling behind it. But it's very, very similar to compared to Saymyname. Secondary goal on the left-hand side. We have the secondary goal over here on the right-hand side towards the back, and then he's already going for walls, right? Like this, like this, like this, and over there. That means he's gonna be securing the gold, the stone, and the berries, but not so much the wood line at all. Which is going to be an option for Saymyname once he eventually starts going for the walls. Take a look at the Viper over here. He's trying to be annoying. He is, but very good reaction over here from Saymyname. That is really good. Viper was trying to distract Saymyname. He was trying to just bait his attention around the right-hand side to get the Men-at-Arms over here. He even went for the Men-at-Arms upgrade, right? But he was not able to do anything. And Saymayane's reaction over here and attention span has been fantastic so far. Good stuff. The other option would be, nah, making the Viper orange wouldn't really be that much better anyway. It'll be kind of like having a lot of golds around the map. Anyway, why am I... Yeah, I'm not really sure why I was in that map mode. In any case, Saymania's got some scouts already out. He's going for scouts, as he should be expecting France to go for, and the Viper on the other hand's got Men-at-Arms. The one Spearman. Yeah, and the scout over here, but Saymania should be able to hold on over here just fine. Let's take a look at this unit control. That's one scout going down, he probably should not have lost. That's one scout going down for the Viper, make that two scouts actually, and the Men-at-Arms over here are getting cleaned up. I don't think a single village is going down for Saymyname. That's actually pretty good, yeah. One scout goes down for Saymyname, but he does not lose a single villager, and he takes all the units from the Viper down, so that's pretty good for the Bull player. Overall KD, better for Saymyname. Meanwhile, the Viper back home. Yeah. He's going for some archers right now, as expected. And Saymyname is finally going for the walls. And you can see, because of the layout of the foundations he's going for as well, he'll be going for the wall in front of his base as well. It's going to be connecting this as opposed to relying on the TC to protect his economy. And yeah, already 4 walls on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side. Once again, really needs to go for the walls from here to here, so he can secure that wall line for sure. Let's take a look at the forward from Saymyname. So far, he's been unable to do too much. Wait a moment, though. Wait, that's a villager! He got a villager already. The Viper taking the first loss in Eco. Wow. And that's gonna be another one. That is so close, man. If he was able to get a proper surround over there, if he was able to block the villager, he might have been able to get it, but not like this. That was still a good amount of HP lost from that villager. He's got a third scout coming in, so if he plays his cards right, goes around the spearmen and outpaces the archers over here, might be able to find the weak villagers underneath the TC. Viper's gonna be paying attention though. Yeah, and he does not have any exposed economy anymore. He's got only some lumberjacks over here, but these are all full HP. So it's unlikely Saymyname will be able to do much of anything over here. Meanwhile, the Viper going for a counter-strike over here. He's got 2 archers, 1 spearman, but Saymyname is already ready. It's already prepared with skirmishers, so he should be able to hold on just fine. Once again, Saymyname goes for the walls behind the wall line over here. He's completely safe. Good job from the Viper. Yeah, he's still some ways off from getting the full walls up. Good job. Yeah, there we go. That was close for sure. There we go. Oh my god, man. Saymyname is going for exactly what I wanted to see. What a legend. This is going to secure this wool, and it's going to be so good for the blue player for sure. I don't think he loses the village over here. Not at all. The Viper would have to be... Yeah, he would have to get a miracle snipe over there. So Saymyname ends up getting the walls up. That's pretty good. On the left-hand side, the Viper is still very much open. He's going to try to get the walls up right now with the Market and the House Foundation. So he's probably going to be able to get away with it. And that means now it's going to be just a race to the Castle Age. Extra skirmishers coming out for Saymyname will delay him a little bit, but he's got a stronger food economy compared to the Viper. The Viper, on the other hand, has been going for only archers, which makes sense. You know, scouts, skirmishers are going to require a stronger food income, so... You can see Saymyname is making a switch right now. 2 extra farmers. He's going to go up to 17 farmers rather, sorry. He's got 2 farms over here he's not collecting from, but he should be on his way to the Castle Age a little bit faster compared to the Viper, who's only on 10 farmers, and now he's gonna try to add a few more, but he's definitely on the back foot when it comes to food economy compared to Saymyname in any case. Only 1 eco KD though in this game so far, but a 2-to-1 KD ratio in favor of Saymyname, which is remarkable, of course. Good job. Yeah, with all these skirmishes, might be able to get a good trade against the Viper. Viper's unit control over here is really good, though. He's not lost too many archers just yet. Only 1 spearman and 1 archer so far, I think. And Saymayname's got the hill advantage, so the Viper is kind of an awkward spot. That's a lot of low HP archers over here. Yeah. It's another one going down, another spearman going down. Saymyname's trying to go after the villager. Now that there are no archers over here anymore, he might be able to get it, but he's got to be careful because these scouts are very low HP. He's trying to go after the vills. I don't think he'll be able to get it. He needs to try and get this one instead. Wow, he's gonna get it though. And he's gonna get another one, the Viper! 3 villagers lost so far, and it could be even more than that. Not quite as much as a 4th villager going down for the Viper, but he's gotten pushed away from gold. And remember, we talked about the map generation over here. The Viper does have a secondary goal to the side, kind of on the back, and then on the left-hand side, he's got another one over here. But this one, you should be able to collect from. That is pretty interesting. Very, very strong start for Saymyname. The Viper will have a significant head start to the Castle Age, but what will he do? He's got only 5 archers over here, very low HP. Honestly, skirmishes alone from Saymyname should be able to securely take these units down for sure. So far, looking pretty good for Saymyname. Might be a little bit later to the Castle Age, but I don't think that's the worst for him. He's got a much better eco KD. He's got a much better KD ratio, full stop as well, better than 3-to-1 KD ratio. Very close to 4-to-1 actually. And the Viper gets to the Castle Age, and what is he going to do? He sold the stone to go up, so he cannot go for a TC, right? That means he's gonna be falling behind in economy. It's gonna be sticking to 1 TC only. Fortunately for him, he's got Vikings, right? That means he's gonna be just fine. Yeah, the villagers he's lost so far are basically going to kind of offset for getting free wheelbarrow in any case. And now in the Castle Age he's got free handcart as well, so he's still in a pretty good spot. And this is not something you will be able to say with many other civilizations. Vikings are super forgiving in that regard. So it's not the worst. He's got the crosses over here. Good reaction from Saymyname. Skirmishers over here cannot really do much of anything, so they're probably gonna get cleaned up by the knight. A little bit sloppy maybe from Saymyname to leave the skirmishers over here. Let's see if he knew about the secondary gold. He knew about it, so he shouldn't really be camping the hill over here for the Viper going back to gold. Now he's going to end up losing all the skirmishers. There we go. Nice snipe over here. Viper gets 1 villager already. It starts catching up a little bit. But with the second TC, Saymayname's economy is going to be significantly stronger in a little bit. He's got the third TC coming up right now as well. So Viper's going to have to stick to 1 TC full crosshair production. This is something Vikings really shine at because of their economy being generally stronger. Sticking to 1 TC is not going to hurt quite as much. They're going to be able to go for archers, you know, and this is one strategy that is very common to see for Vikings, and that is super strong. It used to be much stronger before, once, you know, before they lost access to Thumb Ring. Just going full 1 TC, crossman production into faster Imperial Age and Arbalester. However, Saymyname is actually doing a really good job taking care of the early units from the Viper, so military count over here for the red player is certainly not as high as it could have been already at this point. Huh. Saymyname could just make 3 stable knight and win. I don't know, man. We have 20% extra HP on pikemen now for Vikings already in the Castle Age, and that'll kind of give up on his eco approach over here. He does have 2 stables though, so he's trying to go for knights. But I don't know how well it's going to work. We'll see. There you go. You're talking about the random bans from the Viper? So yeah, I was saying earlier that when Gamer Legion hosted the Open Classic, remember? They actually did not have any bans because I think what they said was that they did not want to restrict the civilizations and they just wanted to allow the players to go for the strongest civilizations and they wanted to allow the players to prepare whatever strategies they wanted. So I think that might be maybe the reason why the Viper decided to go for random snipes over here as opposed to going for individual civilizations. Now, I'm not really sure though because he probably could have deliberately picked bad civilizations, right? Civilizations that you're not going to see. But I guess that could be it as well. The knights are coming in. You want to see knights? We have knights. He's getting a hidden villager count by quite a bit right now. That's going to offset for free handcard for the Viper already and from the Viper already. And yes, Saymyname's got a good amount of knights over here. Remember, Viper's got only 1 gold over here. He's gonna run out of wood over here as well, and if he does not wall this area, those gold miners could potentially be exposed very soon. Does Saymyname know how heavily Viper was taking wood from the right hand side? He should be expecting this to be already completely, you know, depleted. So maybe going after this gold mine would be the way to go for Saymyname, given that the Viper's not on the left hand side. He's not in the 4 gold either. He's gotta be here. He's gotta be here or somewhere randomly around the map collecting neutral resources for all that Saymyname knows anyway. Second TC on the way for the Viper. And here comes Saymyname. Job. There you are. Knights over here against the pikemen. The pikemen are not going to be strong enough though. We did not have the numbers over there for the Viper and the crosses are getting surrounded right now. Wow. This is really good for Saymyname. He's getting pushed back right now for sure. But he's already been able to deny the second TC. He's going for these knights after those lumberjacks. On Lumberjills, he's gonna be able to get 1 for sure, and I think he might be able to get past the stone gate over here. He's gotta go and target the stone gate. It's got no armor. Well, the Viper's just going to feel confident now that he's got crosses over here. It's fine. We see extra knights coming over here. Saymyname probably should have tried to target the villagers, but he was not paying attention. Once again, he's kind of given, you know, he's kind of gave away the opportunity of taking these gold miners. He's had so many knights for so long, but he never thought of going for it. Surely this is GG? Well, this is the Viper as well, so you never really know. You never really know. That's a big villager lead, yes, very soon it's gonna start paying off for sure. Iron Casting coming in. We'll certainly appreciate for Saymyname to go for handcard. You know, Franks are not going to be that bad in terms of economy compared to Vikings, just because they get also free farm upgrades. So it's going to compensate a little bit from the resources the Vikings save from not having to research wheelbarrow and handcard, but still the villager count is going to be an issue. Well, not anymore for Saymyname. He still has 30 extra villagers right now. So, good round coming up. The Viper's bringing the pikemen over here, but they are not going to be here on time, so these crosses should be getting cleaned up. And honestly, even with the pikemen over here, I don't think Viper's got enough to hold on over here, right? Vikings bonus isn't the resource save though. Oh, it's a collection of the resources saved, the extra villager count because of not having to research it, and the availability of the upgrade from the get-go, allowing you to get extra resources before, just as soon as you get to the field and castle ages. So yeah, I'm just saying Saymayname's bonuses are going to kind of offset for a certain aspect of the Vikings bonus, but it's going to be like several things, of course, that make the Vikings so good. This just probably could have been worse for the Viper, sorry, for Saymyname, I think, with a different civilization maybe. Surprised there is no Elite Skirmisher. He's going for Scorpions right now, which is pretty interesting addition. Should be pretty good as well. He's got 5 stables, by the way. And I really like this play from Saymyname. Yeah, he's going after those Pikemen as well, and the Vipers on the back foot, guys. In game number 1, Saymyname is looking super strong. TC on the way for Saymyname as well. It's remarkable. He's able to hold on so well to military production while going for so many villages as well. This is super good. Viper on the other hand is going for a castle over here to defend the left hand side. He's been able to get back to goal, which is pretty good after he ran out of this one as well. So now he's sending all the villagers over to the north. Franks being Franks, only need knights. The Scorpions are pretty good. What I would like to see would be maybe throwing Axemen for him as well, if we're going to see Berserks coming out. I'm not really sure if that's going to be the case for the Viper, but with Berserks and Chieftains, actually, they are pretty decent against Knights, if you get a good amount of units. He's not going for it, though, so it seems like he's just going to be crossbows. And Saymyname, on the other hand, yeah, just keeps on going for more Knights. Amazing stuff. You can see that he's made the transition right now. It's going to be prioritizing military production over villager production. He had more Knights over there coming out than villagers. Saymyname is going out. He's got a second group of Knights on the right hand side. He's going for the Lumberjacks. He's going to be able to get a few more for sure. Increasing his lead against the Viper. 33 extra villagers. He's got the house right now. And there's the forecastle. This is what you guys wanted to see. Right next to the Viper's wood. Actually, stone over here, but that was a little bit too ambitious. Let's go with the castle a little bit further back, actually. Get out of my game castle. That would have been a get out of my game castle. Especially one, actually, you know, now that he's got the military presence around here to potentially justify a castle around this area, this would have been a really, really good location for a castle. He would have been able to push the Viper away from here and from this goal as well. That would have been so good. The Viper probably would have been able to go for a counter castle himself, though, but maybe he was going to have to delete production buildings over here or bail from here and then try to secure this goal instead. Anyway, this castle's coming up. Resources right now, very, very... Well, both players can strat for resources for the most part. We do have a lot of wood over here for Saymyname. Maybe if he can balance his economy, he can go up to the Imperial Age faster. Franksmith's placing a castle is not a problem for them. Oh yeah, he still has 9 stone miners, so very soon he'll be able to go for the second castle. He's got the resources, yeah. He's going for a defensive one next. All the knights going back. Viper's very unlikely to be able to do too much damage over here, and Saymyname, once again, he needs to balance his economy. He's got a lot of wood. Where's the market? It doesn't seem like he... Oh, he's got a market over here. What is the price for wood right now? It's not that bad, man. It's 52 gold per 100 wood. Keeps on going for more knights over here, but I feel like he might have been able to click up already before, and since he knows about Viper's castle, that was going to give him a sure head start to trebuchet production, but anyway, going for more knights over here is going to allow him to defend against the crosses anyway. Good job. There you are. These crosses should get cleaned up. On the right hand side, we'll see a 50C coming in over here for Saymyname. He's not playing Sicilians, but it certainly feels like it. Just going for full TCs everywhere. Saymyname is looking strong, guys. Viper's getting a castle up on the right hand side, but take a look at the resources. Saymyname will be able to go up to the Imperial Age very soon. Very, very soon. He's got handcar right now, so Viper's, well, bonus is kind of... Yeah, it's kind of useless right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Saymyname has been able to collect a lot more resources compared to the Viper. Both players are going to be going up. Saymyname is going to beat Viper to the punch, so we are going to see trebuchets coming out from Saymyname a little bit sooner. I would certainly like for him to use a stone. He's got to go forward and try to get a castle already up around here, the area that we discussed earlier. However, he could potentially also go for a castle on the left-hand side around this area on the hill and use it to go for trebuchets, or potentially around this area and, you know, prevent the Viper from getting this goal in the future. Okay, there we go. More knights coming out. Imperial Lich on the way for bold players. No extra forward castles for Saymyname. What is the plan over here? He's gonna try to go for 2? He's got almost enough resources to go for 2 already. Why is it for a Frank Castle? It's less than 500, so he's got already enough for 2. It's 480 something, I believe, right? Let's check this. Should be a pretty good engagement for Saymyname overall, again. Good job. Yeah, he pushes the crosses away. Once again, lack of thumbring actually kind of hurting the Viper over here. Otherwise, these crosses would have been significantly stronger. They would have been attacking faster as well. They would be more accurate as well. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. An extra castle forward from Saymyname. Now, this is not super forward, but he's going to be able to use this one to protect his secondary gold. Yeah. And there is another one coming up over here to protect the right-hand side of his base as well. The Viper realizes about it, so he's going to take the villagers down. Good job. Yeah. And Viper was getting infantry armor. Yeah, he's going for chainmail armor. So he's got berserks coming out right now. Once again, I think these are going to be good against knights. And maybe against cavalier if you get the chieftain upgrade. I'm not really sure if he's got it just yet. Let's actually see if we can spot it here. No, he does not have chieftain just yet. However, if Saymyname ever gets to paladin, I don't think the Huskarls are going to... Sorry, that berserks are going to suffice. And obviously pikemen are not going to be strong enough. And obviously arbalests are not going to be strong enough. So I really do appreciate Saymayname's control of the golds over here. It's going to be so good for him. We'll see. It's a little bit too passive for Saymyname for sure. I think he was just trying to save the numbers before getting the upgrades, and now he's about to finish researching Cavalier and play Bard in armor. Okay, played mail armor on the way for the Viper. We see elite berserks on the way too for the red player. Good job. Saymayname's not making traps. There's a big issue though, but the Viper's not making traps either. It's just going for the upgrades over here for the berserks, and then the right hand side castle is not going to be using for much of anything, not even berserk production. This castle over here from Saymyname comes up, that's going to be 3 castles for him, right? Actually, I'm not really sure. How does the engagement between throwing axemen and berserks go? I imagine mobility from berserks is actually going to play a big factor over there. It's going to be a big factor playing a big role, but I don't think I have seen that before. Well, I imagine Saymyname not going for it means that it's probably just going to be feeling more comfortable with Paladin, right? Which he's going for right now. Viper, on the other hand, is going for Chieftain right now, finally. So that's going to be bonus damage from infantry units against cavalry. And we'll see. A little bit less than 2 minutes for Saymyname to get to Paladin. He's in 200 population, while the Viper's in 120 population right now. He's got only 17 military units, and the majority of these are going to be berserks. In the middle of his base, now going out to fight against the Cavalier over here. Let's see, let me select one. Yeah, now he's got 5 bonus damage against cavalry from chieftains. But it's not gonna suffice, guys. Saymayname's on 50 military units, got 44 Cavalier. What is the Viper going to do against that? Well, he needs more berserks. I would definitely have liked for Saymyname to try and get at the very least 1 trebuchet, you know, just 1 trebuchet and keep putting the pressure up against the castle to force repairs from the Viper and to potentially get the castles down eventually, because right now with 3 castles, Viper can keep on production going. But here it comes, Saymyname, a lot of Cavalier, 20 seconds away from Paladin and 40 seconds away from the Blast Furnace. Once Paladin is in, it's GG. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Yeah, these, you know, berserks are just getting completely melted. The Cavalier are so strong, and now we got the Paladin upgrade. Viper's got no defense whatsoever. Extra castles coming in as well from Saymyname. And yeah, these berserks shouldn't suffice, but I'm not really sure why Saymyname is not really using the units. I think he might not. Yeah, he might not have been paying attention over there. Now the berserks end up cleaning out the Paladin, which is Not something that should happen, of course. So let's check. Yeah, that's gotta be over. There's a castle coming up over here, and... yeah, there's a castle coming up over here, and the pieces are going down from the Viper. That's gonna be the GG, guys. Saymyname starting super strong. Game number 1, get on the lead over the Viper. Certainly not what a lot of people were expecting. Let me see what predictions were looking like over here. Yeah, actually, you know, we have more bones put on Saymyname, interestingly enough. So that's gonna be some extra bones for the guys who put their bets on there. So let's take a look at the achievements before jumping back out. We're gonna have for military a 2-to-1 KD ratio for Saymyname. For economy, on the other hand, we have a much stronger economy for Saymyname. 18,000 extra resources. Chatstradamus. Indeed. Technology, on the other hand, much faster fuel each time for Saymyname. Was really able to capitalize on it though. He was able to get some villagers down from the Viper since the very beginning of the game. Castle and Imperial Age times, faster for the Viper and Saymyname respectively. Still kind of surprised that Saymyname did not go for trebuchets, but he was still able to take this game, so I don't think there's a whole lot to criticize for Saymyname over here. I still think probably a few things could have gone a little bit better for him. Probably would have been able to seal the deal a little bit sooner, but he got it. That's what matters. Let's go back. Very, very close APM for both players. Let's go back. And let's see. Now Kumans could very well be the case. Could very well be the case. Let's cross the civilizations out. Vikings. Franks. What do we have? We have Britons, Tatars, we have Cumans, as well as Burgundians and Vietnamese for the Viper still. Meanwhile, we have for Saymyname Mayans, Berbers, Huns, Indians, and Ethiopians. Nice. Yeah, we have the random bands from the Viper. You got it. Okay. Game number 2 is not coming up just yet. I'm gonna go and try to find the lobby. Vietnamese versus Berbers for prediction for game number 2. Vietnamese Berbers. I'll probably want to say Berbers myself for later. It's going to be so good against Tatars potentially. Even against Cumans could potentially be good too. Vietnamese could be the case for sure. Viper's got Burgundians though. Kind of wondering if he's gonna go for a similar strategy to what VB went for in the previous series. Cumans Huns, okay. I could see that. I can see that being possible. Let's see if we can find the match here. Yeah, it seems like game number 2 is already here, so we're gonna jump into it. As soon as it becomes available, actually, they are still in the lobby. Game should be starting very shortly. We can probably start opening predictions already. I don't get it. Why would you opt for random bans and then go for super tryhard, even messing with the deer push? Because I don't think the random bans over here are about him feeling confident or trying to meme. I think it's just about leaving some of the stronger civilizations open. At the very least, that's what I think because of what they said during the Open Classic. However, I think if he wanted to leave strong civilizations open, he probably could have just banned some of the civilizations he considers weak, I guess. Bans are global, and Viper said previously multiple times that it's not as important to him. In Hidden Cup, he banned Vietnamese because he didn't like playing them right. If it's not gonna be random, probably Mayans, Franks, and Mayans will be out. Probably. Yeah. Those got banned multiple times before already. Why is the game not starting, by the way? They are still in the lobby. It seems like Saymyname is still waiting to ready up. Okay, let me see. Is that still the case? Yeah, that's still the case. Oh man, I don't know if I should be going to the bathroom right now or if I should be waiting the game. I don't really feel like going very much just yet, but if the game is too long, that could be an issue. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll be right back, guys, and then we're going to jump into game number 2. See you in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Didn't put the game on. No, but the game was not on just yet. They were still in the lobby. Now the game is on. Let's go for it. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. We need predictions, though. There are 3 minutes? Yeah, it's fine. Don't think we're gonna be missing too much over here. Yeah, there we go. We caught up. Gonna use red for the Viper once again, and he's playing Tatars actually, interestingly enough, and we have Indians over here for Saymyname. So talking about both these civilizations, Saymyname is on... Yeah, well, the Indians is gonna be getting cheaper villages, 10, 15, 20, 25% cheaper. Wait. Hold on. Is that correct? Why do I have a faint recall of Indians actually being changed? Oh, it's because of Sultans. Yeah, there was a bug, apparently, affecting the Sultan upgrade. But yeah, the bonuses are going to be the same. So 10, 15, 20, 25% cheaper. Villagers, depending on the age, they're going to be getting also 1 and 2 extra Pierce armor on stable units in the Castle and Imperial Ages, respectively. On top of that, we're also going to have for Indians, for the team bonus, 4 bonus damage from Camel Rider units against buildings, while for the Viper, on the other hand, playing with Tatars, he gets 25% additional bonus damage when fighting from a higher elevation against enemy units. Which is going to be super strong on this map, of course, because you have a lot of hills everywhere. On top of that, we have for Tatars 50% extra food from herdables, 2 additional sheep underneath each newly built TC starting in the Castle Age onwards. And then on top of that, we also have free Thumbring, free Parthian tactics, which is pretty good. And for the team bonus, their cavalry archer units will have 2 bonus line of sight, which is pretty good. Some militias coming out for the Viper already, so it's going to be a drush. Meanwhile, Saymyname on the other hand, Saymyname is... It seems like it's just going to be going for your standard scout build. Yeah. He starts sending villagers over to wood right now, and he pushed a zebra as well. It's going up already to the field. It should be. There we go. Getting 4 seconds of vitalities down, but it's going to be full scouts. On the Viper, on the other hand, the Viper, well, this guy, the militia's coming out already, and it's going to be militia. It's going to be a Drush flush. He's going to make a switch over to gold in a little bit, but he's not going to go up just yet. There you are. That might be a villager going down though for Saymyname. Starting over here for game number 2 is looking significantly stronger for the Viper. Good job. That is gonna be already a well-worthy Drush from the red player with the first blood over here. Saymyname loses a villager. He's gonna try to go for a barracks right now. Yeah, because he wants to go for scouts, right? But he won't have enough resources to go for the stable at all. Might end up losing another villager over here, I think. I think he might be able to get another villager over here, but that barracks is coming up no matter what. Wow, what a great performance for the Viper so far. Well, in game number 2 anyway, looking significantly better than game number 1. Was able to chunk a lot of HP off these villages. He's got the militias over here still. He's going up to the fuel H on 23 villages, so it's going to be for archers. And yeah, the Saymyname on the other hand, he's taking a lot of damage. He's getting a lot of idle villager time over here. Take a look at the worker efficiency in the last minute compared to Saymyname and the Viper. 68% versus 75%. If we go and take a look at eco gathering economies so far in this game, the Vipers managed to get about 16 or 15 extra minutes, which is remarkable. Of course, it's going to be worth about 300 resources, 300 extra resources at this point. Yeah, I lost a lot of wood. Stable's coming up right now for Saymyname, but it's a big issue for him with the militias over here being annoying. It took him so much longer, yeah, to get to scouts. Viper keeps on roaming around. He might be auto-scouting right now, I'm not really sure. But yeah, that scout's not gonna be good for fighting anymore. Anyway, Saymyname is going forward. He's gonna see what the Viper's up to. Viper has got no walls, so now Saymyname knows that he can go for scouts, and those are not gonna be wasted resources. Yeah, he was going for the scouts already. He knows that the Viper's open. Viper, on the other hand, is going for the first archer range. He's going for a blacksmith somewhere. He's not going for a blacksmith just yet by the looks of it, which is pretty interesting given he went up so much later. This economy should be probably in a little bit of a better shape, but yeah, with this archer range, we're going to see some archers coming out very soon, which means Saymyname might be able to get some good damage done with scouts at the very least until we get a decent amount of archers out for the Viper, until we get a few extra spearmen. Right now, we have 2 spearmen for the Viper, and Saymyname is on 3 scouts. Good job from the Viper, putting pressure up over here, but he ends up losing the militia. And yeah, it's gonna be fine. He keeps on scouting around. He's got the 1 militia over here. He won't be able to get any villagers down over there. He can just be a nuisance right now and just try to bait a little bit of extra idle villager time from Saymaneme's lumberjacks. Meanwhile, the scouts from the blue player going around Viper's base will try to get a villager down, but he won't be able to. We already have spearmen over here and the archers coming out from the Viper. And the quick ball is coming in. Good job. Well played. This is perfect music for this moment. And there we go. Yeah, the Viper's going to end up losing the militia, but he's getting a little bit of idle villager time in any case. Alright. I am liking Viper's position over here a lot better for sure. And I imagine you guys are probably going to agree, but I don't think this game over for Saymyname to speak of. Probably I should have started the prediction before 14 minutes into the game, but let's go for it regardless. Who wins game number 4? Game number 2, sorry. Viper. Saymyname. We are just going to make it 1 minute because of how advanced the game is so far. There we go. Blacksmith coming out right now for Saymyname. And he's got his own archer range, so we're gonna see fletching coming in very soon. The Viper, on the other hand, still has not gone for fletching. And I'm not even sure if he even has the blacksmith app still. He's got it. He's going for it right now. Just as I started talking about it, he got it. Good job. Yeah, he should be able to take this. Just fine with the archers right now. He can go and take the scouts down as well. These are very low HP. However, the skirmishers are still very much alive over here. The Viper was trying to go after those with the scouts, but he couldn't really get them on time. However, Saymyname gets pushed back once again. So yeah, Viper's gonna be fine now. Who's gonna be going up to the castle H as the situation kind of stabilizes for both players? Viper's looking... It's looking a little bit stronger with 16 villagers working on food. Meanwhile, Saymyname is on 13 right now. I think he's probably just making the switch right now. Yeah, he still has one tile of fruit over here at the berry bush, so he's not making the switch just yet. But yeah, Viper's looking good. I think on paper, Saymyname should be in a better spot because of the cheaper villagers. And the scout build order over here, which should end up letting him, leaving him with a much better amount of farms, but right now it's actually looking better for the Viper, so that's pretty remarkable for the red player. He's been going for archers, and now he's got a stronger food economy compared to Saymyname. That is just amazing. Well played. It's going around still. Yeah, and the Viper still has a lot of potential over here, especially with the archers, not so much with the scouts. Left hand side though. Oh, wait a moment though, the Viper's here as well. He's got two archers and Saymyname was completely unprotected over there, so that's gonna be one villager going down. There we go. Might see another scout go down over here from Saymyname, and the Viper's doing a really good job. He's gonna be able to regroup his archers up as well, and if he can take these scouts down... Nah, he doesn't have a scout anymore. Oh, he's got one over here on the right hand side, but it's very low HP. So far, 3-0 KOTD in favor of the Viper. Saymyname, on the other hand, is gonna be able to clean these units from the Viper up, maybe. However, Viper will be the first one to go up to the castle H by quite a bit. Once again, it's remarkable. He's been going for archers, and yet he's been able to completely outproduce Saymyname for farms as well. His food economy is so much stronger as well. Overall, eco balancing is pretty good, and without having to use the market, Viper's gonna be on his way to the castle H at 20 minutes. After going for archers, Saymyname still kind of struggling. Keeps on producing skirmishes as well, so it doesn't seem like he is gonna be able to click up anytime soon. Viper's base, by the way, is looking pretty decent. He's got the mingle on the back already, which is amazing, of course. And then the secondary goals are gonna be to the sides for the red player over here. Main stone is kind of forward, secondary stone on the back. But let's see, he's already been going for walls from here to here. If he can wall this area as well, and probably from here to here as well, he's gonna be able to secure this wall in, which is gonna be great. That added ranges. He's got 2 archer ranges. I'm not really sure if he added any. He's got 2 stables, however. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's necessarily going to be like cavalry archers. Otherwise, he would need just 1 stable, right, to go for bloodlines. Now he's got 2 stables. It seems like he's just gonna want to go for knights. That is pretty interesting, and it could be super strong at the very least until Saymyname gets to the castle H himself. This head start that the Viper's got of over 2 minutes faster, you know, castle H time means that knights can be super deadly early on. And then by the time Saymyname gets to the castle H and gets access to camels, he probably would have lost a few extra villagers, and then the Viper probably would have had time to make a switch into cavalry archers maybe. But we'll see. He's there, and knights coming out right away. Good job. And cavalry archers coming out as well, so it's going to be knights and cavalry archers. I like it from the Viper. I would probably prioritize the knights right now to get to 4 at the very least. and then more cavalry archers maybe. So just so that he can come forward and start putting some pressure up, right? Like imagine just 4 knights around here. What do these villagers do? What do these skirmishers do? They do nothing. Saymyname on the other hand, still a minute and 20 seconds away from the castle age. And wait a moment though, what? The Viper's going for the second and the third TCs? While going for double stable production and double archer range production? There is no way that's going to work out. I mean, he can be going just for the TCs for the extra resources and protection. He might not necessarily want to produce villages just yet. But because he's faster to the castle age, actually going for economy is not going to be a bad idea, especially after he got a few villagers from Saymyname early on. He knows, just by getting up faster, that if he gets extra TCs, he's going to be getting a hidden villager count, like, guaranteed. But yeah, he was going for military, so I wasn't really quite sure what he was going to go for. Now, not only does he have knights, but he's got step lancers coming into the mix as well, which is pretty good. The step lancers will prevent villages from getting palisades up. Not so much for houses. And then a bunch of extra cavalry archers over here as well for the Viper should allow him to protect the rest of his cavalry, melee cavalry against pikemen. And now Saymyname gets pushed away, and that's what I was saying. By the time Saymyname gets to the castle age, he's already losing villagers, guys, and he's already under a lot of pressure from the Viper. So what is Saymyname going to go for over here? Full camels, of course. I saw this coming. He's played like this on stream several times before. It was Step Lancers. Did he queue Keshiks? How? Yeah, Step Lancers. They actually look kind of similar, don't they? Yeah, it does not necessarily mean that he's gonna be going for triple TC production. It's the extra sheep, and then it's also going to be very good for protection as well. It does make sense for the Viper. So far, he's been able to get 9 villages from Saymyname, and that's not going to be the end of it, guys. The gold mine over here is extremely exposed. With these cavalry archers plus a step lancer, these villages are going down. Once again, step lancers prevent villages from getting quick walls up, and even if they could, I mean, with the cavalry archers over here, what are they going to do for him? Nothing. Certainly starting to look a lot like a GG moment. With the Viper on 77 population, House at 80, while Saymyname is on 40. It's going to be twice the population for the Viper very soon. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for game number 2. Saymyname calls it right there. 27 minutes, significantly shorter compared to game number 1. The Viper's going to be getting the second one in the series, equalizing it and getting us closer to a full series. So far, we are going to have 4 games guaranteed only, which is still much better than a 3-0 result in any case. So let's go and take a look at the achievements real quick. For military, we have a much stronger KD for the Viper, approaching the 2-1 mark. Army high of 22 to 14 for the Viper and Saymyname respectively. And for economy, on the other hand, we have a much stronger economy for the Viper, collecting about 3,624 extra resources. While if we go for technology as well, he's going to be the first one to get to the castle age as well. Was much later to the field age, but was already in a much better spot over here after he was able to take the villagers down from Saymyname on, or the one villager down from Saymyname on wood, and he was able to, you know, idle so much of Saymaneme's wood income for so long. He was able to delay the stable as well, and overall the Viper performed super well. So well played. Well played. Let's go back. Let's cross the civilizations out, and hopefully we're going to be able to jump into game number 3 in not too long. Tatars, and we had Indians. That's going to leave us on Cumans, Britons, Vietnamese, and Burgundians for the Viper. Meanwhile, Saymyname on the other hand has got Mayans, Berbers, Huns, and Ethiopians. Let me check if there's any information about game number 3. I'm gonna try to find the lobby myself anyway, as usual. I don't see the lobby just yet. Yeah, I don't see the lobby just yet. Oh man, I don't think the game's on. No, they might be having a very small break. Yeah, they might be having a very small break. I'll wait for them to announce game number 3 or to share the game ID for game number 3. I'll go and get myself some water though, so I'll be right back in 1 second. Alright, I'm back now. Vietnamese Hans, nah, minor break. There's a minor break, let me see. It might be. Oh, game number 3 is here already, actually. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, we got it. Oh, wait. Was that a prediction? Or was that actually... Oh, no. That was not a prediction. We don't have Vietnamese Huns over here. We do have Huns, though. But not against Vietnamese. Let's try and do predictions. There we are. Welcome, everybody, then, to game number... Yeah, to game number 3 in the series. 1-1 so far. Saymyname. This time around is going to be playing with Hans. TheViper, on the other hand, is going to be playing Cumans. So, for Saymyname, that means we get for Hans, you know, a discount on cavalry archers. You know how it goes. Cavalry archers cheaper in the castle and Imperial Age, increasingly so. On top of that, we also get more accurate trebuchets and also full population support from the get-go, starting with less wood. However, for the team bonus, on the other hand, we get also faster working stables, which is pretty good. For the Viper, on the other hand, with Cumans, is going to have a 75 discount, wood discount on blacksmith, archer ranges, and stables. So that makes for a potentially very aggressive fuel H early on. You know, with the 75 discount, it's still going to be 50%. Or not going to be 50% cheaper, actually. But you're going to be paying 200 for both buildings, as opposed to before where you would be paying 150 for both buildings, which was less than the cost of a single one. Besides that, they still get 5, 10, and 15% faster moving cavalry units in the field, castle, and Imperial Age, as well as the ability to go for the second TC in the field Age. The ability to go for rams, for battering rams, in the Field Age from siege workshops, and access to the cat ram in the castle age. As for the team bonus, on the other hand, we also get for Cumans still the stronger palisade walls. They already got nerfed before. It used to be 40% before, and it got reduced to 33%. But yeah, that remained unchanged, I believe. I think that's the only change for Cumans over here. Let me check. Yeah, it just got decreased from 175 for the production build discount and blacksmith discount. Wow, there is nobody betting on Saymyname, not even 10 bones. You know that you could win big, right, if you bet on Saymyname, even 10. But nobody's going for it, so we're gonna have to... Yeah, to cancel the prediction, actually. Is the prediction for G3 up, or is Twitch acting up for me again? It should be up right now. I think I started it, didn't I? Or am I... Oh, no. I didn't start it. I think that was maybe... Yeah, that was a prediction for game number 2. You are correct, sorry. Let's start now. Get confused. 2 minutes. And there we are. Yeah, it's now. Sorry. It's not up. Taking a look at the map generation, then starting with Say My Name. We have the main goal on the back. We have secondary goals on the left-hand side. The main stone on the back, secondary stone towards the southeast. As for potential wall ability, it should be fairly easy for him to wall the left-hand side. However, the right-hand side and the front of his base is going to be a little bit harder to wall. Going for walls towards the berries and maybe from here to here is going to be the easiest, I think. But it's not really going to be protecting too much, especially it's not going to be protecting any wood. I would probably prefer for him to go for walls like this instead so he can protect this one. And that's kind of similar to the map generation we saw for game number 1. If we go and take a look at the map generation for the Viper, on the other hand, what do we get over here? We are going to have the main goal on the back. It's got the secondary goal on the left-hand side towards the north. And the other secondary goal actually is over here on the left-hand side. Right behind the trees here. Main stone on the left-hand side, secondary stone on the right-hand side. Very easy for the Viper to wall this area off. But then the left-hand side is going to be kind of an issue. As it's super open over here, he would have to go for something like this. So I think the Viper is probably going to be prompted to play aggressive over here, maybe. And the 75% wood discount on production buildings and blacksmith in the village might allow him to do just that. He's going up on 18 villagers, so it seems like he's going to be going for... No, he's just going to go for the second TC. Wow! You know, we saw the Viper actually do really well with double TC strat for humans on Arabia before. I'm trying to remember which tournament it was that we saw last time. It was History Hit. It was History Hit because I interviewed him about that. Yeah, and he said that he believed the strategy works really well for humans on this map. It seems like he still believes that on KOTD's version of Arabia. Meanwhile, Saymyname on the other hand, sending 4 villages forward to go for a barracks, and now we're gonna see... Yeah, stable coming up. He does not have goals, so it's not going to be archer ranges. Alright! Stable on the way for Saymyname. What? Archer range? He's got no gold miners. Is he going to go for full skirmishers? Interesting. Interesting position for Saymyname over here. Wow. So what is the plan? Towers. It's got to be towers. Does he know about the second TC? I don't think there's a way for him to know about the second TC just yet. He has no idea. That open space is going to be really painful. It will, yeah. Is the Viper gonna stone wall? Why does he have 27 stone? I have no idea actually. I think he... Okay, so he went for 1 TC. But he didn't really... He collected a little bit of stone. I think it's only so that he can go for a defensive tower in case Saymyname goes for a forward tower. I think that's gotta be it. Yeah. 1 to 13 ratio. Hey, somebody went for it. That's still pretty good. Yeah, I think the Viper was probably expected to be under full pressure over here, so now he's got enough resources to go for a tower. But yeah, interesting setup. So far, he's getting ahead by 1 villager only, so it's not too much. Doesn't really have a whole lot of food workers to work with. Meanwhile, Saymyname is coming in with skirmishers, spearmen, actually scouts here too. Yeah, good reaction from Saymyname as well, preventing the walls from coming up. This shouldn't work for Saymyname. Okay, so let's... Okay, he's going for the first tower over here, and he's got 2 villagers on stone, so he's gonna be able to go for another tower later. Meanwhile, the Viper's getting his first tower up over here, right? So... let's assume that he gets the tower up over here. The second tower would have to come up probably around here, within range of the first one, and to deny the berries and the gold. The problem is, he cannot really take this tower down because it's within Viper's TC range. So Viper should be able to take this tower down, and then Saymyname basically wastes the stone over there. However, now Viper cannot go for an extra tower anymore, so... Saymyname, when he gets the resources, he could potentially go for the tower we were talking about around here. That's going to be beyond the range of the tower from the Viper. And it's going to allow him to deny both these resources, right? The berries and the gold. Then he can try to build from there as well. probably try and expand over to the wool line over here and try to keep on denying resources from the Viper. Very, 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 very hard to get away with, for sure, though. But he'll try. He'll go for it. He's going for the first one. The Viper, on the other hand, has got no resources to go for a tower himself. And, you know, for stone generation, we already saw that he's got this stone over here he's going to be collecting from. That's now going to allow him to potentially go for extra defensive towers, but for the time being is not enough. Towers 125. I have 175 in mine because I just play Sicilians. Where's map error for the Viper? The left hand side was kind of exposed, yeah, but he got the walls up over here. I think with these walls it's already fine. He just probably shouldn't have let Saymyname get to this area in the first place. But the right hand side was fine for the Viper. He could potentially wall over here and it wouldn't be too hard. Really, really good wall out for the Viper over here though, denying the archer range from Saymyname. He's getting away with it. So yeah, real well played. Really good job. Another one coming up here. There you are. Pushing Viper away from one farm. Not the biggest fan of this one though. Viper on the other hand already has another tower up over here, so he's gonna be able to take this one down, which is important so he can get control of this gold again. What a missed game! We're seeing over here, Saymyname is going for it, and Viper, for the most part, has been able to hold on just fine. He's got still 4 extra villagers, so he's been able to get a hidden villager count in any case. However, we take a look at worker efficiency. It's not been the best for him so far in the game. He's got 21%, sorry. Oh my god, 52% worker efficiency in the last minute compared to 63% for Saymyname. And overall 21 minutes of work time versus 23 minutes of work time for Saymyname. So it's actually the blue player looking better over here. Let's go and take a look at the total amount of resources collected. Yeah, Saymyname managed to get 900 extra resources so far. Good job. I don't think he knows where the Viper's getting stone from. No. There's a... yeah. There's just an empty space over there for him. He's getting more towers up over here. And the Viper, of course, is getting more towers up. Saymyname really needs to find out about the stone mine. Otherwise, the Viper will be able to keep on going for more defensive towers. And this trash is not going to work. One thing I would love for Saymyname to do would be to just try and focus as hard as possible to go up to the castle age while collecting stone so that he can drop a castle and increase pressure like that. The Viper, on the other hand, is probably going to be getting a hidden villager count if we just keep on going for trash over here and it does not pay off. You know, usually one of the best strategies to go for against humans is fast castle into full pressure if you know that they're going to be going for double TC. If you don't know, then it's going to be super hard, of course, because how do you fast castle on this map, right? If humans are going super aggressive, which now they can do because of the cheaper buildings. So yeah, probably trying to get as close to that, as close to fast castle into full pressure as possible, I think would be the way to go for Saymyname in my opinion. But yeah, if he just keeps on going for the trash over here, without realizing where the Viper is collecting stone from, the Viper's just going to be able to keep on defending, and eventually he's just going to be getting a substantial villager. I mean, he already managed to get 14 extra villagers. So it seems Saymyname is agreeing with that. He will be on his way to the castle age very soon. And he's still collecting stone. I do not like for him to keep on going for extra towers over here. I think he's just got to bail. I think this tower, in any case, if he wanted to keep on denying these resources, he probably should have built it beyond the range of this tower from the Viper. But yeah, that's gotta be the last one he goes for. Viper, on the other hand, does not have the resources. Maybe by the time Saymyname gets to the castle age, Viper will be able to start going for the castle age himself, I think. Alright. Hey guys, remember Backty versus Lamb from yesterday? Christina said before the stream started today that we are going to see, hopefully, the rest of that series at the end of today's stream. So keep an eye open for that. Back-T versus Slam has not ended just yet. They were still in game number 2, although it was looking much better for Slam. Good job. Good counter pressure over here from the Viper. Saymayname's got double stable over here though to work with. Yeah, pretty interesting. I don't know though if he'll be able to sustain double knight production. I think he might be able to. Is that going to be enough against the Viper though? Viper's going for Spearman already. There is still another tower coming up over here for Saymyname. Good job. Yeah, this is still very much infested by Saymyname, which is amazing to see, of course, but Viper should be able to clean these up when he gets to the castle age eventually. But will he get up though? Viper's going for extra towers over here so he can start collecting gold from the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Saymyname is already coming in with knights. He's gonna be up against spearmen, he's gonna be up against skirmishers. That should not suffice from the Viper. Now Saymyname is trying to go after villagers. For the time being, Viper's actually be the only player to get villagers at all. Which is just amazing. At the very least, Saymyname knows exactly where the Viper was collecting stone from earlier though. And yeah, this should be a big issue for the Viper. You know, humans actually do want to go for a castle when they go out to the castle age as well, and potentially try to fast aim too. That's not going to be a possibility for the Viper anymore. This stone on the left hand side is still very much exposed, and this one on the right hand side will probably not have enough stone in it yet for him to even go for a castle anyway. But this is starting to look a lot better for Saymyname. I'm very curious as to who was betting for which player, but because Saymyname is looking so strong right now, it's gonna be getting a bunch of villages down from the Viper. The Viper is still on 30 extra villages, but how is that going to be any good when he's still stuck in the fuel age against knights over here, and eventually Saymyname is going to get to enough knights to even dive underneath the TCs and take these down. And the tower coming in over here for Saymyname as well, Viper realized about, but cannot do anything against. Yeah, cannot do anything about this one. Rams coming in right now for Saymyname as well, which is amazing. Good job. Really nice quick walls over here for Saymyname, denying this woodland from the Viper for good. Which means the red player is going to be left on this one only. Yeah. He's collecting from the left-hand side. He was able to get the towers down from Saymyname. He's got this wool line potentially to work with. Yeah, but this one's going to be running out very soon, of course. It's the only one he's going to be able to collect from for the time being, anyway. And yeah, what a messy game. It's been the day of super awkward matches today. With VV series earlier today, and now the Viper really scrapping to survive against Saymyname. It's looking like the weird match day for sure. The knights coming in right now for Saymyname. There we are, Viper's pushing him away with Spearman, but this is not going to suffice against this amount of knights for sure. Finally, Castle Age on the way for the Viper. I'll say my name on the other hand. Keeps on going for more knights. He's on 2 TCs himself right now. He's been trying to catch up in villager count, still significantly behind by about 31 villagers. So the Viper's economy should be pretty good the moment he manages to stabilize. But if we take a look at the gather economy so far, it's looking actually super close for both players. 1 hour and 42 minutes for this for both players. This is probably going to change as now the Viper's under so much pressure with these knights. Probably a bunch of villages will go down, I imagine. Yeah, he's got the Spearman over here, so Saymyname is trying to be careful. Honestly though, I think Saymyname might be able to get the engagement over here regardless if he went for forging. I think he might be able to take on these Spearmen, no problem. Yeah. What an amazing match so far. Left hand side, more Knights coming in, the Viper taking a few villager losses over there. And his villager lead is not quite as big as it used to be anymore. It's going down from 31 to only 21 extra villagers. Very nice quick walls for the Viper over here. Should be able to get this. So Saymyname just bails on the whole thing. Yeah, and he's coming forward once again. And that's a lot of villagers going down from the Viper on the right hand side. DC now the rounds are coming in here with all the Knights on the back. Defend the rounds with as well. Viper gets to the castle edge, but Saymyname should be able to take this one down. He's struggling. He's struggling for the time being. He's been able to get chain, bar the number at the very least for +2/+2. Now villager count's only 14 higher for the Viper. And yeah, Saymaneme's got the 30 C over here, so it's gonna be catching up in no time. Meanwhile, Viper on the other hand has got no stone to go for the castle. He's got no stone to go for the 30 C. If Saymyname plays his cards right, you can see right now the score lead is actually switching back and forth between both players. Saymyname might very well be able to take this one for sure. It's going for the forward castle as well, which the Viper won't be able to react to at all. Saymyname is going to be a little bit more, you know, conservative with it. Getting it on the hill, which is still pretty good, and he still has 6 stone miners, so he should be able to go for another castle very soon. Overall military count is very even for both players actually, but military value is significantly higher for Saymyname because of having mostly knights compared to mostly pikemen. The most Saymyname can go for something other than knights to fight against the pikemen over here, he's gonna be in a much better spot. So what is he going to go for? Not really sure. Going for cavalry archers over here doesn't feel like a good move, honestly. While such a safe castle, he was coming forward, but the Viper realized about the first castle he tried to go for, so he relocated it. Because Viper is huge amount of pikemen over here. Meanwhile, the red player on the other hand is gonna start doing some damage himself. He can take 1 villager down, make that 2 villagers down, but then he should be getting cleaned up over here for sure. Yeah, good job. Nice though. Another villager going down. Saymyname is just circling around. It's just been circling around Viper's base like a vulture, but so far he's not been able to do too much damage since he got to the castle edge. He was able to catch up in villager count. He was able to take a few villagers from the Viper, but he's not looking significantly ahead anymore, and that's gonna be an issue because Viper now is gonna be catching up himself as well with the 30 C coming up over here. He's had enough time, enough space to stabilize the situation around his base, and you can clearly see that Saymyname has taken the Viper to his very limits, but he's been able to hold for the time being. This castle is not aggressive enough, it's not going to be denying enough resources. Saymyname will have enough resources to go for another castle very soon, and where should he place it? I think it should be coming up on the left hand side in between the gold and the stone over here, so probably around this area I would say. That are pretty good. That would still be far away enough from the TC that it wouldn't get ranged. A lot of pikemen coming in from the Viper. Saymyname doesn't really have any protection against this. He's going for Bodkin arrows, so he's finally making a switch to cavalry archers. Huh, that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how that works. Viper very soon will have enough stone to go for a castle himself, and he's probably gonna be able to go for kip checks. And we'll see how that works. Good job from the Viper. Up north. Yeah. Good defense for Saymyname. Over here the Viper's coming in again though. He's coming back, guys. He's coming back into this game and he's looking super strong. Saymyname on the other hand has been struggling in this game so far. Oh boy. Who's collected the most resources? this match so far. Saymyname, he's got about 700 extra resources. This army is so much more expensive and it's so vulnerable. Yeah, Viper's coming back. What an amazing defense for the Viper this game, and now he's actually the one putting pressure up. This is just fantastic. Cavalry archers to be getting cleaned up as well from the Viper. Yeah, by the Viper. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Saymyname is coming forward. So, yeah, there's a castle on the way for the Viper. That means we're going to be getting keep checks very soon. What will Saymyname do once we start seeing keep checks over here? The cavalry archers is going for it. Doesn't seem to me like it's going to work too well. However, production potential is significantly higher for him still. Like, he's got how many archer ranges? He's got 3 archer ranges, so it's still going to be much better compared to the Viper for sure. Another castle coming up. There we go. He could have just sat there. I don't think those cavalry archers were reachable. Some of those weren't. Yeah, they were actually kind of stuck inside the archer range. Oh, Viper's got a man over there. He almost manages to get the foundation down over here, I think. I think he probably just tried to target the villages instead. Never mind. But yeah, that could have been so good for the Viper if he had targeted the foundation and deleted the mana. Maybe he was going to be able to take it. Anyway, Viper's pikemen are no more. It's been a really good army composition for Saymyname ever since he started adding cavalry archers. I'm just worried about the Kipchak over here coming out from the Viper, potentially being good against Saymyname, but we'll see. Numbers right now looking significantly better for the blue player. He's got more population, 158 compared to 127. Overall military count significantly higher for Saymyname, while the Viper on the other hand is going up to the Imperial Age. But do you want to go up in the Imperial Age in this position? And is it a comeback after all? That's the question indeed. With 2 castles already out from Saymyname over here, so many cavalry archers and knights coming up, plus rams on the way as well. Saymyname might be able to start pushing against the Viper again very soon. Meanwhile, the Viper is going to be on only 1 defensive castle on the left-hand side, and this area is still going to be super vulnerable to potential siege. So yeah. Wasn't he ahead for, or at least even all the time? He was under a lot of pressure. He was able to stabilize, and he was able to start putting pressure up himself. But yeah, yeah, that's a good question actually. I'm not really sure if I would say the Viper was really significantly on the back foot. I feel like Saymyname could probably have done a little bit better though when he got to the Castle Age compared to the Viper. I think he probably could have put a little bit more pressure for sure. But yeah, that's a fair point. Viper's been able to hold on really well. However, now Imperial Age is coming out for Saymyname as well. So far, we have 2 castles for Saymyname. Viper's got only 1, which means once we get to the Imperial Age, it's going to be stronger trebuchet production for Saymyname, at the very least until the Viper gets this castle up himself. Left hand side, cavalry archers moving in from Saymyname. Right hand side, he's got knights and cavalry archers moving in as well. Do we have anything over here? Just palisades. Oh, Viper was going for herbal medicines actually. Yeah. Good catch. He comes Saymyname. He's got knights over here. He's got cavalry archers to protect himself. He's bringing more knights over here. And then on the left hand side, he still has a scary army of cavalry archers roaming around, potentially to go right after Viper's castle builders. This could be really good for Saymyname. He's gonna be able to deny this one. Oh, this could be so good. Viper's getting to the Imperial Age right now, so he wants to get the trebuchet production going, but Saymyname just passing. He could have denied the castle. Now it's too late. It's coming up. And then on the right hand side, rams are putting pressure up, so Viper should end up losing this TC, but now he's in the Imperial Age with 2 castles. He might be able to start, yeah, going for trebuchet production already. You can see he's got 2 queued up, and wow. Might be able to get this castle from the Viper down. However, from Saymyname down, sorry. However, Saymyname is keeping the pressure up over here with rams, knights and cavalry archers. And then once again, he's got a scary army of cavalry archers over here to reinforce his forward army with as well. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Saymyname should be able to clean out these towers, and then he's going to end up pushing the Viper over to the south corner. 15 seconds left for Saymyname. There you are. Good job. Yeah. Good job. He's taking these. Should be able to clean these units out. Viper's got Cavalier right now for sure, but Saymane's got a good meat shield over here and a very, very good amount of Cavalry Archers. He's going back right now. He's going to push back, but it's fine. He's got the castle over here to rely on, and he's got some monks coming out as well. 6 monks right now for Saymyname. Viper's trying to get the counter rate going on the back. We see some light cavalry over here from the red player, but I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to do too much damage. That's a very good reaction from Saymyname as well. Blue player has been playing absolutely out of his mind this match so far, or this series so far. Yeah, it doesn't seem like game number 3 is going to be any different. What an interesting day we have had so far. Because might end up going down. There's only 1 turret shade left for the Viper though. Now Saymane's got Cavalier himself as well. Big difference over here, of course, is the Cavalry Archers. The Cavalry Archers are going to be so much better for the Viper. He's got Bracer, right? And we don't have Bracer for the Viper. So Saymane's Cavalry Archers are going to scale significantly better. He may not have Ring Archer armor, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference because these are going to be mostly good against melee units. I don't think the Viper's going to want to go for his own Cavalry Archers. And then, of course, with Hans, we get access to C-Tram 2. Cavalry Archers are significantly cheaper as well compared to Vipers. 20% cheaper for Saymyname already in the Imperial Age. And very good pressure over here. Saymyname is able to get the Trebuchet down, so now he's going to be trying to get this castle down. He's got more pressure coming in with Knights as well, trying to take villages underneath the TC, while the Viper on the other hand is trying to go for the counter rates. And so far, he's been able to get a good amount of villages over here, but still, very, very even eco count for both players. Bunch of villagers over here from Saymyname he could potentially use to go for something. Good pressure. Like already coming over here. It seems like the Trebuchet is going down. Yeah. Good job from the Viper. Now Saymyname is gonna have to snipe this one down himself as well. Only Rams I've ever seen that can't resist 2 farms. Right. Pretty good. Yeah, and Saymyname keeps on putting the pressure up. Take a look at that population right now. 182 to 145, 179 to 146. Viper slowly catching up, but Saymyname is still looking significantly stronger. A lot more military units as well. Bad thing for Saymyname is that he's had to use those units defensively. Now he's gonna be coming in forward the game, but it's taken him so long to start putting the pressure up again. Let's take a look at this. Saymyname looking super strong right now. If he gets this game, he's gonna be getting the lead against the Viper, and he's gonna need 1 out of 2 games to move on to the group stage, while he will end up knocking the Viper down out of the tournament for sure. So this could be an incredible upset if Saymyname ends up taking the series. I think it'll be the biggest one in the tournament so far. I mean, Viper, he was champion of, you know, King of the Desert 1 and 2. He was a runner-up for King of the Desert 3. So not even getting to the group stage over here would be a huge letdown, I'm very sure, for the Viper. I won't be upset. Me neither. Alright. The Han routine for Hans over here makes sense. Good defensive castle coming out for the Viper. 2,000 extra points for Saymyname. It used to be very even just a few minutes ago, but that's not the case anymore. And Saymyname is getting completely popped out, while the Viper on the other hand, the 135. 130 population in dropping. It's Probably going to end up losing the castle over here to the trebuchets from Saymyname, and then we're gonna see probably this one going down as well. Thus, strapping, you know, the Viper from defenses, and then this castle on the back's not really gonna be protecting too much. It's just protecting this corner, and it's still not going to be enough because the Viper does not have murder holes over here. These cavalry archers sitting underneath the castle are gonna keep on taking the villagers away from wood. Viper's got only 11 foot, yeah, actually woodworkers, so he calls it GG right away. He calls it GG, guys, and Saymyname! I was expecting this to be either 3-0 or 3-1 in favor of the Viper. Ends up getting game number 3 and getting the lead in the series so far, 2-1 against the Viper. He needs to win 1 out of 2 remaining games. Well, the Viper's got to win both back-to-back. What a great performance for Saymyname, and what an amazing match this was. Absolutely incredible. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then before hopping back out. We have a 4-3 KD ratio for Saymyname over here with an army high of 69 to 37. Nice. Economy on the other hand, we also have a much stronger economy with 5,000 extra resources for Saymyname. Well, for technology, it's going to be a significantly faster castle age time for Saymyname. The Viper on the other hand has got faster feudal and imperial age times. Society, on the other hand, it's going to show a higher maximum villager count for Saymyname with a final villager count of 135 as well, compared to Viper, 127 to 95 at the end of the game. He ended up losing 98 villagers. Meanwhile, Saymyname ended up losing a fair amount of villagers himself, but only about 77, I think. So, 77? What am I talking about? 73. Anyway. Let's go back. Too much AoE for the Viper, yeah. You know, the quiet are the ones to worry about, and Saymyname did not say much in the interview. There's gotta be a reason for that. Let's cross the civilization south then, and let's see what we have next. We saw Cumans, and we saw Hans. Good stuff. That's going to leave the Viper on Britons, Burgundians, and Vietnamese. Meanwhile, Saymyname on the other hand, Mayans, Berbers, and Ethiopians. Let's go back. Oh. I'm gonna check to see if we already have a 4th game lobby or not. Let's see. Britain should be a win. Mayans can be super strong though with the trams, Eagle Warriors. I guess it could be a good one for the Viper, but it's dangerous. I don't think it's going to be an insta win. Saymyname's got Berbers. It's got Ethiopians. So Vietnamese, Britons, and Burgundians. That's very awkward for the Viper. I'm pretty sure it's going to be using... I'm actually not really sure anymore. I was going to say I'm pretty sure it's going to be using Britons and Burgundians, but actually Vietnamese can be super strong too because of the extra HP on archers. Maybe against Ethiopians? What is Saymyname going to want to go for over here? He's up against 2 potential archer civilizations for the Viper. Let me close the prediction. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be very happy about this. 500 bones going to Saymyname. 6,000 bones going for the Viper. And yeah, Saymyname is taking this one. So who's the lucky one? I think there was only one person betting on Saymyname. Am I correct? That's probably a mystery. He always believes. Who's getting it? All right. Let me check the details. Oh, it doesn't say. Damn it, I have to go. If I press pause now and later play, will it resume the stream at this point or at the point where the stream is going? It's always going to be live. If you want to watch the rest of the stream later, you're going to have to go to the video section and select the current stream. So you can go above the stream, go to videos, and you're going to see the current stream there, and you can select it over there. And then you can refresh that page so that the bot updates whenever you come back. All my points gone. Will I ever see the one I will have won from Slam's second win yesterday? Hey, the game was not over just yet. If you go to the bot later, it will start from when you left. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Thank you very XD. Just cancel your plans? Yeah, of course. So who's getting all the points for game number 3? Is that you, Olga Mystery? That game was very much over, no? Technically, yeah. But I don't know what the decision is going to be about it. Wait, Bailo got it? Okay, let me keep on refreshing over here. I'm pretty sure we should have game number 4 already. Yeah, we have it. We have game 4. Yeah, let's open predictions up then. There we go. Let's go for it. We have 2 minutes to bet. And there you are. Can't. It's election day here in Chile. I have the vote. Yeah. I had that last weekend, I think. Had to get up super early to go vote before the stream. Before the... I think it was the qualifiers. Yeah, it was the qualifier. You won it all. Nice. Alright. What do we get over here? Viper's gonna be playing Berbers and... actually, sorry. Viper's gonna be playing Burgundians and Saymyname is gonna be playing Berbers. Interesting. So, what does that mean for civilization? Saymyname will be getting faster moving villagers, gonna be getting cheaper stable units in the castle and imperial ages, and then on top of that, we also have access to janitors for the team bonus, while the Viper on the other hand gets access to eco upgrades 1 each earlier for a 50% discount on food. He'll get also 50% cheaper stable upgrades and access to Cavalier in the Castle Age, as well as 25% higher attack from gunpowder units, while for the team bonus he gets also food income from relics. So yeah, let's go and take a look at the map generation real quick. Viper, it doesn't seem to me like he's tried harder enough over here. I haven't seen him go forward, try to get lames or anything. I don't think he got one, did he? No, Scott's full HP. Yeah, we have both elephants over here still for Saymyname. Alright, so let's take a look at the map generation for both players. Starting with Saymyname, we have the main goal on the left-hand side. We have the secondary goals, one in the back towards the right, and then the other one is going to be on the left-hand side as well. Meanwhile, for stone on the other hand, we have the secondary stone on the left-hand side, the main stone on the right-hand side. Super awkward map over here. Exposed berries as well. If he wanted to protect all of this, he would have to go for walls like this, which is super awkward. Instead, I think we're probably going to see walls from... here to here, and then something like this, most likely. Which doesn't really secure any wood lines for him. If we go and take a look at the map generation for the Viper on the other hand, it seems to me like it's a little bit easier to well, it's a little bit more straightforward. So first off, he's got the main goal on the left-hand side, and then the secondary goals, he's got one on the back and the other one on the left-hand side. He gets also the main stone towards the south, secondary stone on the left-hand side, and this is pretty interesting. Because of the way that he's built the house over here, it seems to me like the Viper's gonna be thinking of going for walls like this. I am not really sure if he's got scouting information over there. It seems like he knows about the stone over there, but I'm not really sure if he knows about the wood line. If he does end up going for something like that, then it's only going to be a matter of going for walls from here to here, and he protects the stone, the gold. He protects also berries, and additionally, woolens over here on the back, which are beautiful, of course. So I think I'm liking Viper's map generation over here a little bit better. Yeah, just because he's a little bit closer to the corner of the map, he can get away with something like this. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to. He probably would have to go for something like this, which would be super awkward. Loom already on the way for Saymyname. He's on 18 villages. It's gonna be scouts for sure. The Viper, on the other hand, is on 19 villagers very soon. It's going for Loom, and it's probably going to be scouts, I assume, as well. We'll see. Huh. Viper's actually going for walls already. He's actually expanding the houses over to the south. I'm not really sure that's the way to go. We'll check. Obviously, he didn't get full map vision at the very beginning, but I think he knows enough to know a better wall out on the left-hand side over here. Alright. Feel each a little bit sooner coming in for Saymyname. Do you think Viper should go for Council Cavalier? Not that simple. Oh boy. Cameliers. Right. Alright. Barracks on the way for the Viper. Yeah, and it's gonna be scouts for him for sure. And Saymyname with the militia coming in over here. Sorry, not militia, with the villagers coming over here. It's gonna get the barracks up forward. It seems to me like he's gonna try to make this one super messy the same way that he did the last game. So instead of seeing a stable over here, we're probably gonna see an archer range and a tower coming in very soon. Viper's collecting wood only from one wood line currently, and Saymyname knows exactly where it is. So we have the archer range coming up over here. The Viper, on the other hand, should be going for the stable, and he will. And he's got no idea of this coming up. So okay, there we go. He's getting information right now. Nice. He knows exactly what's up. Had he not scouted those villagers, he probably would have gotten pushed away, right? With the tower over here. Dude, wow, Iron Chef, thank you so much for the gift sub. Coming in hot for Postponing Camel. Welcome back, Postponing Camel, to the club. And thank you so much for the support, Iron Chef. Thank you so much, very much appreciated. Thank you for the gift sub. Welcome. Alright, alright. Yeah, the tower's coming out for the Viper as well. So it should be fine over here. At most, Saymyname will idle a few of these lumberjacks for a little bit, but he should be able to clean this tower up. The Viper should be able to clean this tower up. He's doing it again. He's doing it again, yeah, but this time the Viper's reaction was much better. We have only 4 villagers over there compared to 5 villagers. Oh, the Viper's got actually 4 villagers over here only. Interesting. It's gonna start collecting some stone. The other stone for the Viper's on the left-hand side, very far away. So yeah, if he gets pushed away from here, I think he knows, yeah, he has already scouted this stone. No problem, Iron Chef. Good job so far. Now the Viper's going to make a move over to the left-hand side. Yes, if he can get the walls here from wood to wood, and then from here to here, he secures this wood in the back, which I'm not really sure he knows about. Unfortunately, he does not know about. And he could potentially secure some of this wood as well if he went for the walls like this. Honestly, most of the sets in this KOTD have been a blast. They have. It's been really good. Viper, on the other hand, is going for the counter-strike. He's got 4 scouts over here, so this is going to be a significantly different game compared to the previous one, despite the very same opening for Saymyname. As Viper's not going for a second TC, he's going to have the resources to go for military, and now he can put the pressure up, and Saymyname, he's on point! He's got the houses coming up over here. Viper cannot do much of anything, and really good reaction for Saymyname, going for full walls on the wood line. Yeah. Still trying to find a villager pick over here. I don't think he'll be able to. He's got skirmishers for the most part only, not even a single archer. He'll try to keep on going for towers probably. Viper was already able to clean this one up behind the wood lane, which we were expecting to be the case. Yeah. Okay, so we see a tower coming up over here for Saymyname on the right hand side. There we go. Really good stuff. Tower comes up over here. And Viper's bringing a few extra villagers to try and take the tower down. Well played. Well played. Viper should be in a pretty good spot over here. And that tower is going down, so he's been able to hold on really well. Overall, KOTD has been 2-1 in favor of Saymyname. Viper's gotten a lot of extra idle TC time compared to Saymyname right now, so the Bull player is actually getting ahead in village count by about 2 right now. He's got more military units as well, and his economy is actually looking stronger, so Saymayname's got more food workers. Now the Viper's going back to food. And yeah, he's got a lot more wood as well. He's basically being on scratch back home. We saw only one attempt from the Viper to come here. And yeah, Saymyname reacted to it beautifully. So anyway, we have double bit X coming out for Saymyname over here. And Viper already has Bolso and he's got Horse Collar. That alone is going to allow the Vipers to stay here. Because if this was in this position with any other civilization, he would start to fall behind significantly. And Saymyname would be able to start, you know, collecting a lot of extra resources. So in going for these upgrades earlier, Viper's been able to hold on really nicely. I wouldn't be surprised if actually the amount of collected resources so far in the game would be kind of similar for both players. And it's a little bit higher for Saymyname by about 150, which is not that bad considering that the Viper's been behind in villager count by a little while already. Another tower on the way for Saymyname. This one's gonna be good for pushing Viper away from, yeah, from 2 farms, basically. Good job. And there we go. Viper keeps on putting the pressure up, but he cannot do much of anything, so wheelbarrow on the way now for the Viper. His economy is starting to look a little bit stronger right now because of the upgrades. Saymyname is only now going for Horse Collar. It seems, surprisingly enough, that the Viper is probably going to be the first one to click out to the Castle Age. You gotta keep in mind as well that Saymyname's worker efficiency has not been quite as good as it could have been because he's had a bunch of forward villagers for a very long time. But yeah, the Viper's also going for extra towers over here. And overall has a little bit lower worker efficiency in the last minute, for sure. And even still, he's actually getting resources to go up to the Castle Age significantly sooner compared to Saymyname. Viper playing tower whack-a-mole, yeah. That's extremely fit, yeah. And there you are. He's gonna be on his way to the Castle Age. Saymyname, not quite there just yet. This is just remarkable. Viper significantly behind the military count, of course, but you gotta keep in mind that these are only skirmishers. He's got some spearmen into the mix, but yeah, that's about it. Good job. Extra blacksmith. Not extra blacksmith, but the blacksmith coming in for the Viper, so he can go for scale bar than armor. I'm pretty sure it's gonna start going for knights because he's gotta go for knights as Burgundians. Or is that not that simple? Yeah, Viper can get pushed away from here. I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's just going to bail. It's okay. Should be able to, should be able to hold on just fine. Too simple. Cavalry Archer. Cavalry Archer. I don't think he even has enough archer range. He's got only one. He's got only one stable, by the way. Oh no, he's got 2. Where's the second one? Oh, the second one is on the right hand side towards the south. Extra tower on the way now for Saymyname too. This one I would probably want to react to if I was in Viper's position. Yeah, he's going for it. He's sending a few villagers over here, the scouts as well. There's only skirmishers over here for Saymyname plus spearmen, so if the Viper can target the spearmen over here, he can use the scouts to take on the skirmishers and the villagers. Viper's gotta be really careful though, because he might end up losing a villager or two over here. There are a bunch of low HP ones. Yeah, that's a really good reaction for the Viper. He did not lose a single villager. And he got it. He got to the castle H already, so we see knights coming out already. He's got 2 odds, got 2 more queued up. Second TC on the way. Viper's gonna start skyrocketing his villager lead once he gets the second TC up and he manages to catch up in villager count anyway. He's gotta catch up before he can get a lead. But yeah, these knights are going to be a huge nuisance around Saymayname's base after the Viper is able to clean these units up. This has to be really good for Saymyname though, over here. Yeah. And in keeping Viper's attention back home as well. Because the Viper had all 4 knights forward, Saymyname could potentially end up taking so much damage. Overchopped over here, exposed villagers over here. I think it's overchopped over here as well. Yeah, it's overchopped. Here comes the Viper. He's still not been able to stabilize back home though. We still have some skirmishers over here, but he's going to go for it regardless. Saymyname should know about the units coming in. Let's see if he's going to react in time. This is overchopped. This is overchopped. This is exposed. The Viper's not realizing about any of those things. Okay, he's realizing about the gold minus right now. Oh, it's open! It's open! He was going for the quick walls, but Saymyname was not able to close that on time. So now he'll fight against the scouts, but he's already taking a loss over there. He's already lost a villager. He's probably going to end up losing another one. However, camels coming out over here should be able to take care of the scouts. However, he ended up losing additional villagers over there. You can take a look at the knights over here turned into cavalier, doing so much damage. So many villagers going down so far. From Saymyname to the Viper's Cavalier, and that's the villager lead I was talking about. Now Viper's gonna be building on top of it with the second TC, and holes all over. Absolutely. Good reaction with the camels over here for sure, but you know, these are Cavalier, man. Just gotta be careful. Not even camels are going to be strong enough, I feel like, if the Viper can get a good amount of units out. As he's gonna keep on producing from 2 stables at the same time. His numbers are going to keep on going higher and higher, while Saymyname on the other hand, I think he's got 2 stables himself. He's producing from only 1 for the time being. Viper bails. That was pretty good though. That was pretty good for the red player. He's coming back into this game with a force. Let's check. Good job. He finally can clean these units up. And now it's only a matter of getting the towers. If you can get the towers, you can get the villages as well. There are 4 villages over here. Saymyname will be falling behind by... he's behind by 5. He'll be falling behind by 9 already. Is it booming to Flemish Revolution now? I don't think so. I think Viper is going to be playing standard just for Cavalier. And Flemish Revolution, I don't think is something any pro player anyway, is going for necessarily as a strat. It's something that it's an option that they have if the game extends long enough for you to have enough villagers and enough resources to justify researching it, as opposed to something you're going to be aiming for from the get-go. So I think it's just probably going to be standard gameplay over here for the Viper, and yeah, Flemish Revolution is going to be only an option if he wants to seal the deal and he's got enough villagers and he's got enough resources to produce villages again. But is it viable without bloodlines? Oh yeah, it is! Because you have a Cavalier over here. Cavalier already had 20 extra HP compared to Knights. They also have 2 extra attack compared to Knights, so because they have a 50% discount on stable upgrades, you pay 300 resources for 20 extra HP and 2 extra attack, which is almost like having bloodlines and... well, it's basically the same as having bloodlines. Forging and iron casting on Knights, right? So yeah. He should be fine. If he goes for Forging and Iron Castle on top of that, he goes to 13 and 14 attack. Right now he's got Forging, so that's already 13 attack, which is much higher than the Knight can get, of course. Flemish should mean that Saymyname had to preemptively tech into something that counters it. It could be the case, yeah, but the Viper needs to go out to the Imperial Age, and then if that does not work, I feel like it's a little bit too YOLO. Because if it does not work and you rush it, you don't have enough resources to rebuild your economy behind that. I guess it really depends on how much damage you're able to do, but I feel like it's probably too risky. And Burgundians are going to be more than fine to play standard with. They really excel at playing standard, actually. Because of the upgrades as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Viper go for crop rotation, you know, like 2 Mansaw as well. He's got Handcar right now, so his economy is looking significantly stronger than Saymayname's. Let's actually take a look at the amount of total resources collected so far. Looking better for the Viper by only 100, but now that he's got more villages, that's going to start skyrocketing. I think he was probably on the back foot before. And now he's managed to caught up. Should go fast imp on 40 villages and research revolution. For the ultimate throw, yeah. For sure. Good reaction for the Viper over here. Let's see, he's gonna try to get some conversions here, but now Saymayname's got his own monks over here as well, so... yeah, no one's really gonna be able to get much of anything done. I'm liking this game for the Viper better. Game number 4. I feel like it's very likely we are going to get a full series. I think playing standard, Viper's gonna be getting ahead, and you know Viper, when he's got the lead, it's very hard for somebody else to come back from that position. It's got more Cavalier coming in. There are Camels coming in though. Saymyname's got a... yeah, it's got a good amount of counter units over here to fight against the Viper. So Viper won't be able to do too much damage. Viper's got relics too? Yeah, he's got 3 out of 5, so even if Saymyname ends up collecting the 5th relic, it's still going to be better for the Viper for the later game. Good job, more villages going down. Well played. Monks coming in. This should be a cleanup for... What? He's going over to the left-hand side? Wow, he just completely gave up the engagement. He was going to clean out the Viper. He had him surrounded too. I don't know about that. But here it comes. Viper's gonna try and drop a forward castle. He's got almost enough resources to go for a second castle after this one. So for all the trashing that Saymyname did around Viper's base, now Viper's going to have his revenge with a crush over here, a castle rush. However, Saymyname should be able to clean these units out, so I don't think Viper's got enough military presence to take the engagement over here anymore. Yeah, I think Saymyname cleans this up. Yeah, he does it. Wait. I really wanted to play a team game with friends before I go to bed, as I start chemo tomorrow again, so I won't be able to play for a while. And 3 times in a row, I went against Hacker, and we got instantly disconnected at 0. I saw, I think in Reddit, somebody was complaining about hacking. That some people were able to get like scouts out with no food economy, and they were able to move your villagers out as well, move your villages around. I haven't come into it myself, but it really sucks, man. Sorry about that. Viper's throwing. He's fine. He's got a lot of extra economy, and he's got the castle over here, so that's going to make it a little bit harder for Saymyname to keep on putting the pressure up. Because he's got TCs over here, Saymyname will kind of struggle. He doesn't really have too many units, and the units he's got are not going to be quite as strong as Viper. That was bad for the Viper, yes, but he is way ahead still. Yeah, absolutely. He's going for chainmail armor right now, so we might see pikemen coming out. Yeah, he's got some spearmen queued up already. Good job. The fight wasn't that bad to lose the game. I think so, yeah, but it's kind of surprising to see from the Viper, right? I was just saying a few minutes ago, when the Viper gets ahead, it's like really hard for somebody to come back. against the Viper in that position, but the Viper actually took an atrocious engagement over there. And now he's getting raided a little bit. I think he should be able to stabilize over here just fine, and this castle's still going to be pretty good. But he's got to be more careful, because the game is definitely throwable at this point still. Yes, the dude queues alone to every game settings, and he beat MBL on live already since in 1v1. How is he not getting banned? I imagine everybody's gonna be reporting it. I don't know why anyone would bother. I don't know. I guess you just like to waste other people's time and get a full sense of accomplishment, maybe? By exploiting the game into taking points away from somebody else without actually having the skill. I have no idea. It makes no sense to me, but, you know. It gets a good kick for some people for whatever reason. Some dudes want to be hated, maybe. Maybe just want to be the community's antagonist. Very nice counter raid for the Viper over here. And he's been struggling to stabilize back home though, and Saymane's got a lot of units over here to fight with. The Viper on the other hand does not have enough pikemen over here to defend himself with just yet. But Saymyname is failing. He's trying to be cautious. But I feel like this is the time for Saymyname to go all out. I don't know this is the time to be conservative. He allowed Viper to get enough Cavalier over here, enough pikemen to defend himself. If he just kept on going before, he might have had enough of a push going to severely harm Viper's economy. Good job. Extra castle coming out for the Viper on the right hand side. Saymyname calls the GG. That is a very interesting point to call the GG at for Saymyname. He was going to get cleaned up over here. He was not under too much pressure back home, but he knew that the Viper was going to get ahead. He knew about the score. He knew about Viper's extra TCs as well. He was on only 2 himself, and he knew it was going to be a landslide. So Viper ends up getting game number 4, and that's going to take us to game number 5. It's going to be another full series. So 2 series in a row, full series. We are 5 hours and 20 minutes into the stream. Guys, brace yourselves because Sunday is gonna be the longest day of KOTD. Not only do we have 2 full series so far, 2 series into it, but also we are going to have the remaining of Slam versus Bacti. And yeah, let's go and take a look at the achievements then. For Militar, we have a very nice KD over here. The Viper actually ends up getting about 21 to 20. Army High on the other hand, 39 to 36 over here for Saymyname and the Viper respectively. Economy on the other hand, we have also a stronger economy for the Viper by quite a bit. And for technology on the other hand, faster feudal time for Saymyname, faster castle age time for the Viper. 102 to 62 villages max for the Viper and Saymyname. Let's go back, cross the civilizations out and see what we have left for game number 5. What do we have over here? Well, I'll tell you what we have. We're gonna have Britons and Vietnamese left for the Viper. Meanwhile, we have for Saymyname, let's see, he used Berbers over there. It's gonna have Ethiopians and Mayans. Ethiopians and Mayans, that is a very interesting combination of civilizations. All 4 archery civilizations for game number 5. Titles off. That might be the case. Thank you so much for the heads up. I completely forgot to update this. We are almost done with the series. You know what? I'm just going to say day 4. Screw it. Yeah, we're jumping into game number 5 already. Just going to be day 4. KOTD day 4. So yeah. Britons and Vietnamese versus either Mayans or Ethiopians. What do you want to see over here? Whatever we go for, I am liking Britons better for the Viper. But it's gonna be tricky, man. Saymyname with access to C-Tram, both on Ethiopians and Mayans can be super strong, but he needs to survive the Castle Age. You know, Britons can be super strong, especially on Viper's hands, because of the extra range. And we have seen Britons even take on Meso civilizations, even against Eagle Warriors, no problem with Lone Swords, so we'll see, we'll see. It's all about the unit control when you're fighting with Britons against Meso. when you're fighting against Ethiopians, I think on equal unit control, Britons get better engagements just because of the extra range. So I'm liking Britons much better for the Viper for sure. For Saymyname, I think I'm liking Mayans better. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be an insta win. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to be pretty even. Briton Mayans in common, that is what I'm guessing. That is what I'm guessing personally. There's not really a whole lot to think about for the players. There's only 2 civilizations left for each. So let me see if the game is already here. Let's pay the bettings, by the way. And whoever bet on the Viper, by the way, is going to be winning big over here. Let's open predictions for game number 5. Before, let me go and check for the game, though. It's not here just yet. It's not here just yet. So we are going to start the prediction, but we are going to start with 5 minutes. Who wins? G5. Five minutes to bet. There you go, guys. Game number 5 is coming up. Should be coming up anyway on paper. Yeah, it's here. Let's go for it. It's gonna be Britons versus Mayans. It had to be that. It had to be that. There was a little bit of spec delay, probably 1 minute or whatever. But we're getting there. There you are. Welcome everyone to the final game of the second series of the day between the Viper and Saymyname. We have Britons versus Mayans to, you know, close this one with a bang. For Saymyname playing with Mayans, he will begin with 1 extra villager but 50 less food. He gets also 15% longer lasting resources but 3% slower working farmers. On top of that, we also get for Mayans, let's see, 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archers compared to other civilizations. So archer spam is going to be a little bit more viable for Mayans. However, the Viper's got Britons. That means he's going to be getting 25% faster working shepherds. He gets on top of that a 50% wood discount on TC starting in the Castle Age, as well as 1 and 2 extra range on archer units in the Castle and Imperial Ages respectively, except for skirms. As for the team bonus on the other hand, we also get for the Viper 20% faster working archer ranges. So on a good enough economy to spam units from both archer ranges, he's gonna be paying more compared to Mayans, but he's gonna be producing the units faster. And a larger mass earlier into the game can be better than cheaper units. We are gonna see. It's all going to depend on how the early game goes. For the time being, Saymyname is forward already with a scout. Let's see if he's gonna try to lay him. He might try to. Viper's nowhere to be seen, and he's going to go for it, guys. He's going. Saymyname will be getting away with this by the looks of it. The Viper should know about it right now, I think, but I'm not really sure if he's going to bring the scout back. This is a very strong start for Saymyname, man. If he can gate this game, this is just going to be so disruptive in the tournament already with the Viper out of it before even we get to the group stage. That'd be like a huge upset once again. For Saymyname. He knows about the sheep, the goats right now. Weird scouting pattern for the Viper. Yeah, he doesn't really know where Saymyname is. And he had vision on the Rhino ran away, but I don't think he was paying attention to that part of the map at that point. So now the Rhino's getting, yeah, underneath Saymayname's TC. He still has both his Rhinos to take as well. And he'll go out to keep on scouting. Meanwhile, the Viper on the other hand is, it seems to me like he was trying to go forward to get the lane going as well. I think this is kind of like a Titanic start for the Viper. I think he was trying to go for insta lane and he was not able to do it. But now he might be able to jump into, he might be able to run into the Rhino. So far, about 2-to-1 betting ratio on the Viper. So there is still belief behind this neck, for sure. And he's trying to find, he's trying to find the Rhino, right? Saymyname, in my opinion, he should be going for both these runs right away. Right away. Alright. There we go, good job. This should still be much better for Saymyname. The Viper has not managed to find the Rhino on the right hand side. He knows about this one, but because it was underneath the TC, or actually it was behind the TC rather, he wasn't able to take it. So yeah, it seems like Saymyname is going to end up getting away with all 3 Rhinos. Viper on the other hand should be going for hunting. And he's about to run out of goats. He's got only 1 goat left over here. He's got 70 food left, and then he's going to be completely out. Because the scout is completely out of position as well, he's not able to push the zebras. He's just going to send the villagers over to the right hand side instead. And what a great start for Saymyname so far. Looking pretty good. 5k versus 2.5k for the Viper and Saymyname respectively. It seems like the bettings are going to end on that amount for each player. And yeah. As the game has stabilized for the most part, let's go and take a look at the map generation for each player. We're going to start with Saymyname over here. So what do we get first off for the blue player? It's going to have the main goal on the back, which is pretty good. It's got both secondary goals to the left and right hand sides, both forward. And then he's got the main stone forward and the secondary stone on the right hand side. Viper on the other hand is coming in with the militia, with the drush over here. We're going to take a look at what that looks like in a moment. Actually, let's go and take a look at it right now. And Viper's plan right now is going to be to drush and put pressure against Saymyname and try to turtle the game enough so that he can go up with a much stronger economy and potentially fast castle. I think that's what he's going to try to do. It's not 100% certain because fast castling on this map is going to be super difficult, and if you want to go for walls, it's going to require a lot of villagers, especially if you also go for the drush. So it might just be a drush flush. However, he will try to go up as late as possible, the strong of an economy as possible without it being too risky. So it's most likely going to be a drush flush, I think. Here we are. So far, so good. He is doing exactly what he needed to do. Take a look at... yeah, these lumberjacks over here not working. That is basically what the Viper wanted to go for. All of a sudden, Saymyname's worker efficiency is going underneath Viper's working efficiency. Viper's going for the mill over here as well. Yeah. And Saymyname, on the other hand, he's got 3 militias over here as well to work with. And it seems like to me like he's going for the Manatons upgrade so that he can clean these units up. Good job! And the Viper's not going to be able to take this engagement whatsoever. Especially as we're already in the fuel age. It's going to be so much stronger army for Saymyname. And he cleans all 3 militias out. Now he'll be coming forward. Viper, on the other hand, has been going for the walls already. And the walls he's been going for, by the way, will allow him to secure this gold. This gold. If he goes for walls towards the wood line over here and towards the edge of the map, he's not really going to be securing any wood lines, so potentially archer push over here from Saymyname will be super strong. Archer range, maybe? Yes, archer range is coming up and he's got villagers on goal already. So we're going to see archers coming in. That means these wood lines from the Viper could be potentially exposed. He's got no safety on this one. And because it's so much later to the fuel age, it's going up on 28 villagers. It doesn't seem to me like he's going to be able to prevent Saymyname from pushing his villagers away from wood at all. Unless he went for a preempted tower, maybe. Yeah, it's not the best. It's actually looking pretty good for Saymyname, guys. Viper's economy is a little bit stronger right now, so once he gets to the fuel age, he's going to have a lot of extra resources. He had to go for a bunch of farms over here without Horse Scholar. And of course, I mean, he was not going to go for it regardless because of going for archers, but this is going to be a lot more expensive for him a lot sooner. If he was playing Mayans, you know, I probably wouldn't be feeling so... yeah, so... unsure about Viper's current position. But with Britons, man, it's not going to be the same. Like, Mayans can get away with getting a rough early game. You know, Mayans are Mayans, but Britons over here... Britons are Britons, and they are not Mayans. It's not going to be quite as good. Good trap over there, by the way, for the Viper. Archer range on the way for him. Good job. I didn't know Britons are not Mayans. Well, you know, you live, you learn. Learn something every day, they say. I was surprised the first time that I heard it too. Good push. There you are, the archer range is finally coming up, so we're gonna see some archers coming up. Yeah, Viper should be able to hold on over here just fine. It seems like he might be able to get away with the faster castle. I'm very surprised at Saymyname. Stubbornness, just trying to push in front of Viper's base while Viper's being able to hold on just fine over here, as opposed to going around and try to find where Viper's getting wood from. Because if he was able to push the Viper away from here, then it'd be a lot more impactful than just trying to force extra houses over here. These villagers are going to be collecting more wood than necessary to keep on going for houses indefinitely over here, so it's not bad for the Viper. Here we are. Castle H on the way. What? For Saymyname? Talk about using the market. Holy crap, he's beaten the Viper to the castle. Wow, what a great play over here for Saymyname. Wow, just amazing. Interesting. He's going for the walls as well. Unbelievable. Viper will be able to go up to the castle edge himself as well. So what we will see over here, eagles? He's going for eagles. How many barracks do we have? One barracks only. He does not have enough resources to go for the second barracks. Huh. What is the Viper gonna do? He's got full archers coming out over here. This could be really good for Saymyname. He sold the stone to go up, yes. Viper probably will realize about it. Actually, he does not have a market, so he cannot know about it. Amazing stuff from Mr. Saymyname. This could be really, really bad for the Viper, guys. This could be the most... Yeah, but this could be the major upset in the tournament. Possible, right? After we already saw Leary move on. The runner-up getting knocked out over here in the round 32 would be massive. Would have huge implications in the rest of the tournament. It's going to change, of course, the path of well, half the players, potentially. Good job. Saymyname knows about the archers from the Viper. He might be losing a few archers over here, but this is not necessarily bad. He knows now the Viper is committed to full archers. So the Eagle Warrior play is going to be good. However, Viper knows about the Eagles right now as well. Let's see if he's going to react to this or not. Viper's not going for anything just yet. Yeah, he's going for the walls and no barracks. No Minotaurs. He's going for supplies though. He's going for supplies, so he's going to be thinking of going for long swords. This is exactly what we're expected to see. Mayans versus Britons, long swords. You know, and crossbows versus Eagle Warriors and crossbows as well. I don't envy the Viper for having this matchup on the decider. Yeah, absolutely agreed. We have scaled mail armor, we have squires. The Eagle Warrior upgrade for Saymyname as well, because he was researching Squires and Eagle Warriors, and also he's producing from 2 barracks. We know that he's got 2 already. And he's coming here. Lone Swordsman upgrade coming in for the Viper. Is that Lone Swords or Man at Arms actually? Man at Arms. Yeah. Lone Swords, I think that the helmet's got a little thing to the side. There we go. Balkinaro is here for the Viper, so it's going to be crossbows for sure. But then also Lone Swords. And once again, he's committing to them a little bit better right now. He's got 2 barracks to work with. I'll say my name's gonna be producing eagles from 2 barracks as well. I'm really sure this is a little bit too small of a push from Saymyname. He's got a 4 siege workshop though. We're gonna see scorpions coming out. This is really good. The scorpions are super good. Viper still has more range, though. But against Lone Swords, it can be super effective as well. If you can just bait the Lone Swords around with your eagles, you may be able to get those down with scorpions. So very interesting position for Saymyname over here. It's super even, guys, right now. 38 villages for both players, 19 military units versus 14 for the Viper and Saymyname. We'll see a second TC coming in for the Viper over here. Meanwhile, Saymyname is going to be second to 1 TC full push by the looks of it. I think so. Eco upgrades. Both already for Saymyname. No horse collar. The Viper's got horse collars. He's got double bit axe. No bows just yet. There we go, yeah. That's what I was talking about. So the Lone Swordsman helmet's a little bit like taller or yeah, taller. A little bit bigger. Longer? Anyway. We have Rams over here. This is a very Hoang kind of siege push. Rams and Scorpions. It could be really good. He's coming in. It's gotta be really careful. I'd probably like to see a few extra Scorpions over here, to be completely honest. And the Viper's kind of stuck inside his base, guys. You know, I'll say my name is the one going out, trying to put the pressure up. He's gonna try to get the hill against the Lone Swords. Good job. I really like it that he also out-garrisoned these Scorpions as the Lone Swords were coming in, because he was not gonna be able to run away afterwards. So that's pretty good, and he can defend the siege workshop like this. Well played. This is really, really big, big brain decision making over here from Saymyname. Very, very good stuff. Just gotta be careful though. The crosses are taking the Scorpions down. That shouldn't happen. All right. Scorpions here still. More Scorpions out. He's gotta be careful. Once again, he cannot let the crossbows take his siege weapons down. He's got the eagles for that. He's gotta push the crossbows out. And he's gotta use the Scorpions against the Lone Swords. It's super hard. Why did he make a ram? He's making a ram to get the push going. And soak some damage from the crossbows potentially. The ram is also, even if you are against a player you are expecting to micro archers, getting the ram out means that they are going to be forced into shutting your units down individually, which means that they are going to be overkilling, usually. Which is much better than just letting their huge amount of units just attacking their own. Alright. Siege workshop on the way for the Viper. So close, guys. The score is... neck and neck right now. That's really good Scorpion shots, though. But they are going down to the crossbows. Once again, unit control over here is so important. And he's unable to get a good engagement. I don't know if I would have preferred for him to stick to crossbows like this. He ends up cleaning out the Lone Swords, though, in any case. He still had a good amount of units. I think he might have been able to get a good trade over there just because of baiting the Lone Swords with the Scorpions over here. But he's going to try to get us to round going, and the Viper's creating a bottleneck over here. Rounds breaking through though, so we're gonna see Eagles coming in. However, he does not have enough numbers right now to commit. It's only 12 Eagles, which are going to go down to Lone Swords like super easily. And the Viper should be able to clean up over here. Wow! Viper's getting a nice Coley right now, all of a sudden. Villager count a little bit higher for the Viper still. He's going for the third TC. Yeah, and Viper's pushing out. What a great play over here. And Viper's unit control over here allowed him to hold on much better than most players would have been able to be fair. Yeah. It was bad for Saymyname in the end. I mean, the original fight was not the worst, but then Viper was able to come back with the reinforcements. Really good job. Wait, 5 Mayans are Mayans? Mayans are Mayans, yes. We'll see what we get over here from Mr. Saymyname. Mayans are Britons? No. Mayans are Mayans, Britons are Britons. Mayans are not Britons, and Britons are not Mayans. Gonna have to go through that a few more times. I know, it's difficult. It all was also hard for me at the beginning. Don't worry. We all make that mistake. Yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. You actually are getting it a lot faster than I did. More Eagles coming in. We have 4 barracks right now for Saymyname to work with. You know what? This is actually not the worst for Saymyname, but I think he gets cleaned up anyway, right? The heal advantage over here for the Viper plus the common longsword. It's probably gonna be enough to him, yeah, for him to push the the evil warrior away. Man, we are getting to a point where Viper's got enough longswords over here that I'm really sure Saymyname, even with an incredible production potential from 4 barracks, will be able to come back just by going for eagles. He needs to go for something else. Scorpions did not work so far. He has cheaper archers, but he's not going for those. It's just going to be full eagle warriors. I don't think this works for Saymyname anymore, guys. I think Viper is gonna be able to take this one, or at the very least he's looking super strong. And the lone stars are beautiful. Lone stars are beautiful over here for sure. From the Viper, he's coming in. You know, he gets arson and he's got enough to take TCs down already, I think. HP pool is not going to be the best, but if he sends the ram in first, then he can potentially complement the ram with the lone stars and take TCs down. This is really good for the Viper. Taking the barracks down over here means that Saymyname is going to be going down to only 3 barracks production. If he ends up taking this one, Saymyname is going to be going down to only 2 barracks. Melee armor buff helped? It did, yeah, absolutely. Completely agreed. Significantly stronger right now against Eagles specifically as well. Well, in general, actually, not against Eagles specifically, but it works really well against Eagles as well. Was Blue's mistake staying a spear Eagle score, but the Lone Stars man got up there? I think the mistake over there was not going for... I probably would have liked to see crossbows instead better. Crossbows, or if he could go for it, plume archers maybe, but I feel like crossbows and eagles are probably better because of the extra range from the Britons over here. They can take the scorpions down and they lack the mobility. So they cannot really bail. You can bail with the crossbows. You cannot bail with the scorpions. It's kind of like a high risk, high reward kind of situation I feel like for Saymyname, because scorpions, when you get a good mass going, if you can just keep it alive, it can be so good against most of anything Viper's gonna be going for, but... Maybe not against knights though, but... Yeah, I feel like I would have preferred probably crossbows myself. There we go. Did I say skirms? I meant to say crossbows, by the way. Or did anybody else say skirms? If I said skirms, I meant to say crossbows, by the way. Sorry. Is yellow gonna remove the yellow from the tourney? Doesn't seem like it. Viper's looking pretty good. Oh! Skirms coming in from... Oh, yeah, from Saymyname. Good point, sorry. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything against Lone Stars. No. Trash units are not going to work against it, so the Viper's looking super strong. He's got 3 TCs as well. He's managed to get ahead significantly in villager count by about 15 villagers. Yeah, and I think as much Mayans are, I feel like we are getting to a point where, you know, the Britons being Britons are going to be enough for the Viper to take this one. Mana coming in as well is going to be beautiful against skirmishers and also against scorpions. Good job. Yeah, you can take the mana down over there, and then Saymyname can't do much of anything, guys. 103 to 141 population for Saymyname and the Viper. What an incredible turn of events over here. Saymyname starting super strong, getting away with layman as well, putting pressure up early on. There was another mistake as well that I would say Saymyname made, and that was when he was in the fuel age, just being stubborn and tried to... Yeah, that's gonna be GG, guys. Saymyname says good luck next on the Viper. Gotta run for his money in the series over here. Moves on to the group stage, but yeah, well played from Saymyname. He certainly pushed the Viper to his very limits, and that's going to be a final score of 3-2 for the Viper. Let's play the predictions off over here. I think we had a 2-1 prediction rate in favor of the Viper, didn't we? We did, so there we go. Anyway, I think the mistake over here also was in the village. When he was trying to break through over here, the same houses we see over here, he could have gone around and he could have pushed the Viper away from the only wood that he was collecting. Because the Viper did not have any save woods, that would have been super good as well. Because he was going to be able to also prevent the Viper from collecting wood from these. And that probably would have delayed his Castle Age time as well. And the Viper getting away with going up to the Castle Age at such a nice time, despite having, you know, gotten lamed. Allow the Viper to hold on over here as well. So I think it was a little bit of a twofold situation. First off the village and then the Castle Age. But let's go and take a look at this. Anyway, I feel bad for Saymyname. He had a good save for the last game. All the chances to win. Yeah, I do agree. Overall KD over here is going to be 2-1 in favor of the Viper. We're going to have for economy, much stronger economy for Saymyname, but maybe not that much stronger, only about 1400 extra resources collected. Faster uptimes, and yeah.